What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video, episode, whatever you want to call it. So today I decided I'm going to see how much horsepower my car actually has. So stock, the car comes at 138 horsepower, as I said in my previous video, but I'm pretty sure that could be the crank horsepower on the car rather than the wheel horsepower. And then also the car is about 7 years old, so maybe it's lost some horsepower. Maybe my modifications have added some. Don't really know. And no, we will not be taking it to a dyno today, but luckily my scan gauge has a horsepower function where it tells me real time what the horsepower is. No, it's probably not going to be as accurate as a dyno, but it might give me a better idea of what is going on. Now, I am fairly certain that it will also be measuring the horsepower at the crank. So I will somehow figure out what the wheel horsepower is based off of that number. But today, let's go see what this car is making. What's up, guys? We are in the Sonic. We are about to go do some testing. I will show you the scan gauge. So what it's able to do, if I can get it in focus, there's a record function on the scan gauge, so I'll just record the screen and then we'll review it after a couple of runs. I am going to let the car get up to temperature and not run it when it's not like that, just to be safe. Also, just for reference, at idle the horsepower reading is saying 2 horsepower. Once again, I'm not so sure how accurate this will be, but it's worth a shot. A little Focus ST action in front of us. The car's up to temperature now. We're good to go. I'm going to switch to the Gopro and let's see how we do. Well, guys, this might be a bust. So far, the highest I've seen is 98, which seems a bit too low for it to be accurate. I did see 121 at least when it was going, but I'm going to do another run, maybe another one after that, and then we'll see what the highest number was. Alright, guys, just got back home and I am very interested about what this is measuring. So the highest thing that we got in all of our runs was we got a 133 horsepower is what it read on the scan gauge. So I would be interested to know where it's measuring this at. Like, is it at the crank, wheel horsepower, what is it? I don't think it's wheel horsepower. I do think it's probably the crank. But I'm going to look that up. And then I'm also going to see how accurate this is. Because if 133 really is the best we got, then that means that none of the modifications I made added any horsepower. And it also means that I lost 5 horsepower. So that would be really bad. I'm going to see kind of what to make of this data. And we'll see what that means. Alright, guys, I went online and got some interesting things from the internet here. So two things. One, I found out for sure that it is measuring horsepower at the engine, and it possibly might be actually using the mass airflow sensor and basically calculating it based on how much air is coming into the engine. And based on what I saw online, that is actually how it's doing that. And then also, there's also a variety of factors that are not accounted for in its reading, which is like altitude, conditions, any number of things. So that's not calculated into the final number we got, 133. And then also, I had another user on a forum said that it's possible he heard from the factory for it to be off by 20 horsepower or so. So basically, it doesn't sound like it's extremely accurate way to get a horsepower reading for my car. That being said, I do need to get a dyno at some point. Maybe I'll do it after I throw a couple more mods on there. But still kind of cool to have a baseline for the car, so when we do add stuff on, we can do a quick run and see, oh, it's, it made 133, now it's making 140. So it's kind of cool to still have that. And not to mention the OBD2 gauge is definitely one of the best buys I've made so far for the car. So super excited about that. Alright guys, well that's it. Don't have anything else for you today. I will be having the boost gauge edited video up soon. So it'll be a way better install video, actually showing where things are supposed to go. But yeah, that's it. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe so you don't miss another one. And yeah, see you guys.